Welcome back, everyone, to Space Lizard Exotics. It is so awesome to be back. I've missed all you rad, amazing humans. I apologize for being on a little hiatus for a minute, not responding back to some of the messages, but we're going to be going harder than ever. It is great to be doing this video today. I am super excited. Let's get today's video rolling. We have a lot of great things to talk about. Lilith finally ate. Let's just get straight to the point. She finally ate, everyone. If you've been keeping up with the channel, you know it's been months. She has not taken food at all. As a reptile owner and a keeper, and just having her as my beautiful, amazing pet, it is so scary and concerning once it starts passing a certain point. You are starting to get concerned. Is she going to die? It's very, very concerning. That's your pet. You've invested time. You love it. She's such a beautiful, amazing snake. You just want her to eat, though. And it's just like that feeling that you get as a reptile keeper of like, am I doing things right? Like, what's going on? Like, it's like you're like, my temperatures are on point. The environment's good. She's like, what's going on? She's active. She's not losing weight. What's going on? And it's just very scary. And that feeling that you get of like, oh my gosh, every single week that it just goes by and she's not eating, you're like, oh no. But she finally did, and that feeling that when she finally ate, it's just such a relief. You're just like, oh my gosh, finally it could be on scheduled feeding. It's so exciting. So no promises, everyone, but this is the process that I did with this beautiful, amazing gal Lilith to get her to finally eat. So let's get her out so she could tell you about how that all went down. How about that?
Few inches later.
So I got this beautiful gal out. Let's talk about feeding day. So feeding day came around, okay? As you know, as a reptile keeper, feeding day is always exciting. So some of mine will eat thawed. Some of them will only eat live. And, well, my emerald tree boas only eat live. I was getting everything ready, and even though she wasn't eating, you always still want to offer them food on feeding days. And so it came around and came down to this beautiful gal to finally eat her meal, and I was like, well, let me just offer it to her, see what she does. I kind of like rubbed it in her little schnoz, and she was like, just to get her to recognize, like, hey, feed, this is a rat, this is like a small wean rat for you. How exciting! And her tongue started flickering like that. So I was like, okay, she's kind of interested. So I was like, this might be good. I hung out in the room forever, and it was super late, and she's normally active at a certain time. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave the room. We're gonna leave this wean rat in there. Hopefully she takes to it. And, well, next day, woke up, peeked in there, saw that beautiful schnoz right there. I was like, oh my gosh, where's the rat? Did it burrow? What'd you do? I looked at her, and, well, she was like, I ate it. Okay, that's exactly what I did. I'm done fucking around with you and your fucking games. Okay, and dude, for real, it was gone. I was like, yes, she ate it. She ate the wean rat. I lost my mind. I was just dancing. It was great. It was a very great day. You should have seen it. That feeling that you get when you finally get your snake to eat, especially if they haven't been eating, is like, it's the coolest feeling ever. You're like excited for your animal. You're like, oh my god, they're eating. This is going to be on a regular feeding schedule, right? They're going to finally be grubbing down with all my other reptilians. You're grubbing down now. It's amazing. I love it. It's just the excitement and just the, you knowing when you buy feeders that those feeders are going to be fed off. Obviously we don't live in a perfect world. Things don't go according to plan, especially when you're dealing with animals in nature. So many things could go down with that. Now, like I said, she's more of a active snake. I've noticed between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning. And so between that time, she must have murked that wean rat. That, like I said, overnight kind of scared me leaving a live rat in there. It's not my favorite thing to do. You have beautiful snakes, you have a beautiful animal, and rats and mice can be vicious. Luckily, she is an arboreal snake, so she's kind of hanging above the branches, things like that. She could strike down, get that taken care of. So as a reptile keeper and an owner, you always want to observe your snake, right, and your reptile. In particular, you want to take out your emerald tree boa, look at her, see if she's losing any weight when you offer her food items, how she's reacting to that. And it's very important too, because usually they're going to be lethargic. They're not going to be very active if something's going on with them. I know sometimes those signs are hard to tell, but observation is one of the biggest things of having a snake like this, you do want to take them out, make sure they're okay, check them, and really do your due diligence. Another thing too, how they act when you offer them these different types of food items. You want to see if they show any type of interest at all. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's zero interest whatsoever. And sometimes they do show interest, but they still don't take to that food. And that could be a lot of things too. She's a female, so you got to keep in mind too, during these times of her not eating, that could be breeding season. These female snakes are not going to want to eat food during that breeding season. They're trying to keep that room open for babies. They have live births, so that's a lot of babies to keep room for, let's just say that. Now, feeding consistency and feeding size is a big thing too. Even though your snake is not eating, this is part of that observing, right? You observe how their actions are, but you still want to offer them food. It's important to see if, hey, we need to get this snake to eat, what it's going to be doing. And don't be afraid to offer different types of food items, whether that's going to be a smaller size rat, that's going to be a mouse, that's going to be a small chick, something as such. I know it could vary with these emerald tree boas, so try different food items. Don't be afraid to get creative with that. Like I said, baby chicks, smaller food items are their stuff right there. You want to offer them more smaller food items in the beginning when you get them. They usually refuse larger food items from just my observation with my emerald tree boas. And I've had better success rate offering them smaller food items and then slowly working up to those larger food items as they've gotten more comfortable and acclimated with feeding. And all of them are doing live feeding right now. And like I said, size is a big thing.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hopefully these things that we did talk about will help any of you that do have these animals. Patience, consistency, observation, just do those things and you'll eventually have a beautiful emerald tree boa that's usually doing live feeding. All right, everyone, so hope everyone enjoyed those topics. Let's move on to the next subject of today's video. Let's get this beautiful gal back in her enclosure, okay? So Lilith finally ate. Great news to end the video, right? Another thing I did want to mention though, if your snake is showing any signs or losing any type of weight, let's really take that seriously. Please reach out to a professional veterinarian, reptile veterinarian in your local area. Do some research on it. Please go to them and see them. It's always great to reach out to the community, guys, and talk to other reptile keepers, because there's so much knowledge and so much things that can help you along this wonderful journey that we all share together. And I feel you guys, if we were all in that same boat sometimes, as being in that predicament of our snake not eating or our reptile not doing well. And I feel you, it's concerning and it's heartbreaking when it doesn't work out well too. And I hope everyone's reptiles are doing well and all your pets are doing well, and I hope you are all doing well. But there is going to be a link below with signs to look for if your animal is showing any signs and things that you should be concerned about, to go reach that professional help and a reptile veterinarian. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning into today's video at Space Lizard Exotics, you rad, amazing humans. We're back full force, ready to go. We're going to be hitting it hard, everyone. Thank you so much. Please hit us up on social media. That's Instagram, that's TikTok, as well as YouTube. I'm going to be responding back to all of you amazing humans. Thank you for being patient. It's been crazy the last couple weeks, but as always, questions, comments, emotional outbursts are always welcome, and we will see you next time at Space Lizard Exotics.